thinking I'm wanting to get knocked up. So I'm using Jimmy's prenatal vitamins. Jimmy's makes me feel fantastic, and I feel like my milk jugs is filling up. I'm going to be able to raise a youngin' just good.
And now, Cheese Wits.
You did something. Yeah. You did something.
Yeah, I saw that we're on YouTube, so I thought I might have to get a haircut.
Well,
I know it's just...
Is that why you did that? For the new YouTube channel? I ran down
to get a haircut.
For our new YouTube channel?
Yeah.
We got to redo the graphics now?
Yeah, we're going to have to redo the graphics.
Okay.
It's just the audio on YouTube, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. A friend of mine I was talking to a friend of mine about how to increase our visibility. And she was talking about how YouTube has a podcast section now. And so I started working on converting all of our podcasts all of our episodes into videos.
You are so tech savvy.
Yeah. Also really fucking aggravated with computers.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
In fact, that same friend is probably, I think I annoyed the hell out of her last night because I was like, it's taking too long. The first episode I converted, and it's just a still image and the audio. And the first episode I converted took more than 2 hours to export. And
it's so funny, right? That is hysterical because what is it, an hour and a half long?
It was 56 minutes long, the first episode.
So it took 2 hours to do it.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, it would have taken 3 days.
Yeah, it absolutely would have. Back in the old days, it's like, no, you can't put an hour's worth of audio on the internet. Are you crazy?
Right.
You can't even put an hour's worth of audio on your computer.
You couldn't have uploaded or downloaded anything that was more than 15
files
seconds.
Individually are bigger than the most storage my first computer had.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. But so I was like, I don't know. And so we were going back and forth and she was like, well, I don't know anything about Windows and it's probably, the problem is just your systems. And I was like, well, I can only use this.
She's an Appleite?
I guess so. And I said, I can only use the systems I have. And she said, well, then maybe YouTube is not for you. And I was like, oh, I think I'm on her nerves. I've jumped up and down on her nerves. And she listens to our podcast, so she's going to hear me say this. But
well, did you let her know you're using a Commodore 64?
I tried to tell her, but she was like, I don't know anything about the Commodores.
I don't know what this Windows stuff is you're talking about. Windows.
I told her I'm using Windows 97. I don't know what the problem is.
So, do you remember back in I would still use Windows, the first one that came out, if I could.
Yeah.
It was just so much simpler. Now it's too much shit involved because I do so little on the computer. So I don't need a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I do. And as it turns out, I tried a couple of episodes on my work computer, which is this one that I'm using to talk to you on, which is different than the one that I was using last night to try to convert these episodes. And on this computer, what took an hour, I did manage to get it down to an hour on the other computer per episode. On this computer, it's 3 minutes. Oh,
so there might be a difference between the two computers.
I think it's actually a difference. I think it's it may be the software or the computer. I don't know what the difference is, but I'm going to be doing the rest of them on this computer, needless to say. My
hatred of computers today is not so much, it's with a computer company. I am so fucking aggravated with Hewlett Packard.
Yeah. Which is.
I fucking hate them.
I believe this is.
Well, because.
I think that's.
So I have an HP printer.
Yeah.
And I have been for a long time not been using HP ink cartridges because the 3-pack or 4-pack of HP ink cartridges cost $80.
Yeah. And
the equivalent at whatever it is, ink.com or whatever where I buy it from is $25.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So a new update was done, a new firmware update was done, and it made the HP so that you can't use any print cartridge except an HP print cartridge.
Fuck them.
Yes, those fucking assholes. So I researched online. I unloaded it. I rebooted. I took all the software out and tried to reload it. Changed the shit on. I did all the things. Nothing. So I had to go out and suck it up and buy the $80 package, and then I worked like fine. But it's so fucking aggravating. Why should they be able to do that? Then I read online today about this whole thing that's going on with HP that people are all pissed off. It's my exact thing. Another non-advertiser, hello, HP. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Your proprietary bullshit.
Because you know what? These days, for the cost of 2 of those 4 packs of ink cartridges, you could just buy a different brand printer.
Well, that's so you could, but then and then here's the other issue. So the problem with the employment situation is that there is nobody that works at these places anymore who's been there longer than 6 months who can tell you anything about anything.
Yeah.
No matter where you go. Best Buy, Office Max, Office Pro, Office Depot, Walmart, all the places.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, I went to the Office Max, and I went to the Best Buy, and I went to the Walmart. And I'm asking them about the printers and okay, now which ones of these can I use off-market ink for, or off-brand ink cartridges? None of them could say anything. Well, I don't know. There's any. I don't think it matters what you use. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I think that's where Google is going to be a better friend to you, because those people who are complaining about it online are going to offer up solutions, or people who are responding to those vents are going to offer up solutions. That's probably your best bet, unless you know somebody.
Yeah, well, then what you end up with when you do that is you say someone's got like the beginning of an answer to the problem, right? Oh, here's your problem. Oh, here's the beginning of an answer. You click on it, and it's one of those. It costs you just $25 an hour to talk to this person.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about tech support that you pay for online. I'm talking about a Reddit thread.
No, yeah, you're right. But a lot of those have tech support people. They don't work for anybody in particular. They work for themselves.
Yeah.
So you click on their little thread, and next thing you know, they're coming on. Oh, do you want to chat with our expert? Yeah. This is Milam Niche, and he's an expert.
Yeah,
no.
Here's my experience with experts, because I, for work, have, the Adobe suite of programs.
Good stuff.
Because we use Adobe Audition to, record and edit audio, which, by the way, let me just make sure. Yes, we are recording. And then I use Adobe Premiere Rush to make videos, like those little videos that I post promoting my countdown.
Vignettes.
Big Nets, what?
No, Vignet.
Vignettes. I was like, what's up?
The Vignettes.
And I was having, I don't even remember what the problem was now, but I was having some kind of problem with Adobe Audition. And I did a little tech support chat thing on their website. And this guy, I know what it was. My customizations all disappeared.
Oh, right.
And, there's a lot of shit that I have customized in Adobe so that it works the way I need it to work. And it saves me time. I don't have to go searching for this effect or that setting or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
And so I asked the guy to, help me figure out how to get them back. This man ended up having me just reinstall the whole thing and back up the wrong folder before. So everything was gone. Everything was gone, and I had to start over from scratch. After that happened, I found a support forum that apparently it's on Adobe's, it's hosted on Adobe's website, but nobody who actually works for Adobe participates in this forum. I've put in bug reports in this forum under the right place to do that, and nobody from Adobe has ever gotten back to me. But if I put it in the public conversation part of the forum,
right,
there's a dude. He doesn't work for Adobe. He knows everything about everything Adobe. And he says things like, yeah, they just try to push people over here, but here's where your your favorites are. Here's where your customizations are stored. Back up this folder so that if that happens again, you can just copy it back in.
And did he also say the same? Well, actually, you know what, Jess? The next time I see you at the grocery, I'll let you know how to do that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it's so. So I was just fucking so angry about that HP thing, and just this idea of, you know what? I understand you have to continue to make money somehow, but this is the same reason why certain businesses go out of business.
Yeah.
Like what Bed Bath and Beyond, because you charge fucking 19 times what it costs anywhere else. Why is it? Bed Bath and Beyond was a fabulous fucking store for little kitchen things, right?
Yeah.
The little this is and that's. They had a lot of this is and that's and other like weird shit you wouldn't find other places. You know, the stuff they would have on the Inventor show, whatever the fight, Lori, whatever her name was, and
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank, yeah. So hey, here's the squatty potty, and here's the scrub daddy. The scrub daddy's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I have scrub daddies in every room in the house that has a sink.
Have scrub daddy and scrub mama.
Yep.
And so they have great stuff, but why are you fucking selling a sponge for $19? What, that sponge is not worth. I mean, it's not 19, but in 1970s money, it's $19. No, you can go get a fucking 3-pack of sponges at the grocery, which will cost you $4. At Walmart, it'll cost you $3. At Bed Bath and Beyond, it'll cost you $7.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? No wonder you guys go out of business.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to fucking screw people.
Plus, you have cranky people in your store that nobody wants, that doesn't want to deal with customers.
And you have no fucking employees.
I can't even blame them because customers are assholes as a general rule. But
here's what I think
that's
about
not a job for you. Like, I would never take a job like that knowing that I am not good at dealing with assholes.
I think customers become less of an asshole if you have enough employees to take care of the customers you have in the fucking. I think it's the waiting. It's it's the standing for 20 minutes behind 3 people.
Yeah, but also
by the time you get up there, you're like, fuck.
As a rule, because the few jobs that I had, dealing with the public when I was younger.
Admittedly, you're a horrible dealing with the public person.
I am not the one. I am not the one, because I'm not going to take your shit without giving some back to you, and you're not supposed to do that. But even back then, when stores were fully staffed, including the stores that I was working at, they were fully staffed. As a general rule, many people believe that it is okay to treat the person on the other side of the counter like shit because they are supposed to be serving you, and you as the customer are supposedly always right. Fuck that.
There is a misnomer right there.
Yeah.
The customer is almost never right.
Yeah.
Almost, even me as a customer, I am almost never right.
Yeah.
The horseshit bullshit comes in when you spend an hour and a half online trying to figure it out. You can't. Then you call the tech support number and you spend, you are the 972nd person in line.
Yeah.
Leave your number and we'll call you. They don't call you back for a day and a half. Then you finally go back to the store and you're like, I fucking put 10 hours into this 14-second purchase.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. I am fucking going to throw something. And then being understaffed with people who there is no fucking training. No one's training anybody.
Right.
Like, hey, let's just fucking get somebody. And here's the absolute tip off that there's no training. Self-checkout. Self-checkout. If I can fucking go to self-checkout in any store in the country and do that job, how the fuck much training you think anybody else is getting to do that job when they're confident enough that, hey, that fucking half-blind guy,
I will say,
right there can do this.
Years ago, when I was in, I want to say it's when I was in Wilkes-Barre, we did a St. Jude fundraiser thing at the radio station where the jocks from the station went to the grocery store and bagged groceries, and any tips that we got were supposed to go to St. Jude.
Nice.
And before the grocery store would allow us to bag their customers' groceries, we had to sit and watch a training video on the proper way to bag groceries, which it never occurred to me there was a right or a wrong way to do it. But that's information that's in my brain now and has never left my brain. And after that time, when I'm at the grocery store,
you are spoiled now. You are tainted.
I'm tainted, yeah. Because I now, if I don't do self-checkout, if I go through the regular checkout, I put things on the belt
the way you want them bagged.
The way that I want them bagged.
Me too.
This stuff goes together. This stuff goes together. This stuff goes together. I want them bagged heavy because I'm going to be making one trip from the car. Right. Especially now, my new house, the car is downstairs. If I have to come up a whole flight of stairs with groceries, it's happening in one trip.
Yeah.
And they don't. I'll get a bag with one thing in it. I'll get a bag that has room in it for other stuff. They put pantry stuff with refrigerated stuff in the same bag. Like,
See, I would lose my mind. That's not how you do it. I put my stuff up there the way I want it bagged. And also, I'm telling them constantly, so if you put a quart or a half gallon of milk up, put it in the bag, but don't put it sitting up. Lay it down in the bag if it's a paper bag, because it helps to create a great fucking base.
Yeah.
And then you can put something next to it.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting it up so it's wobble, 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 you're putting a fucking cantaloupe next to it. Right. Fucking don't do that. Don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
Just put it all fucking together. And then you end up with, here's your milk and that fucking ice cream is in this bag, along with the hot chicken you bought.
Right.
So you get home, the chicken's cold and the ice cream's melted. You're fucking fucks. So those kinds of things, because I worked in a grocery store as a young guy.
Yeah.
I worked at a Stop and Shop, and I started out as a bagger, and there was a fucking video.
Yeah.
And then you would and then there was training. Before you could bag, you would go over, someone would take you, and you'd go over and do practice bagging. Mm-hmm. And you do that for almost like you'd do like 3 or 4 hours practice bagging. Then you'd actually get to go over and do some bagging. And you didn't get to you'd do the short aisle bagging.
Yeah.
You do the 10 items. We don't want to give you the fucking $400 shop. Here's the person spending $12. Right. And they're getting 6 cans of cat food and a loaf of bread. Figure out how to put it in the bag. So when people bag my shit, I have that fucking expectation. Oh, it's fucking wrong. Mm-hmm. Because that person bagging, they just came in from shagging carts. They don't know from either job.
Yeah.
They don't. They're not trained and nobody cares.
I'll tell you what, there's a guy at the Kroger that I go to that is always, he's the cart guy. And generally he's cranky. And I can't blame him, because that's a shit job. That's a shit job.
Yes, it is a shit job.
And you see all these people who just let their cart go wherever because they got people whose job it is to do that.
Usually they let it go into my car.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't bother. They can't be bothered to take it to the cart corral or they take it and put it in front of the cart corral, but they can't push it all the way. So
you can't push it in.
I don't blame this man for being cranky at all. But today, as I was walking in one door and he was pushing one cart in the other door, and I didn't I wasn't paying any attention, and I went to reach for one of the carts in the entrance, and he went, "Oh, ma'am, here you go." And I was like, look who's being nice. Also, it's 80 degrees and I could smell him from 10 feet away.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, I do.
He's been working hard.
Yeah. He's been working. Yeah, that is another part of where there are certain jobs where people don't think that showering or hygiene is really that important.
Yeah.
And cart shagging is one of them. Stocking shelves is sort of one of them. And the worst is you fucking see those people stocking shelves. They got half their asses hanging out of the back of their pants and they stink like ass. Like, oh, fuck, man. Why am I here right fucking this minute? And I've got to reach over you to get what I need to get because you're in the fucking way, and I'm going to get a waft of your ass. And I don't want to have a waft of your fucking ass. Yeah,
that cart guy, I crossed paths with him 2 or 3 times today, and I could smell him from far away.
Yeah.
And I was like, Okay. It's hot out. I understand. He's working hard. Like it's probably.
Oh yeah. There are some days if I can take a shower and on a hot day go outside and work for 2 hours and I'm smelling like, God damn, when I can know that I stink, I can smell myself like, oh fuck.
Yeah. It's time to go do something about that.
Yeah. I do not. When you recognize you yourself smell bad.
Yeah.
That's a fucking issue.
Yeah.
That is a huge issue because I think most of the time you don't know you smell bad.
No, that's true. Speaking of showers, funny story happened over here this week. I don't like the shower head that was in the master bathroom. So I bought a new one. Shower heads are easy to install.
Oh, no, they're not.
I've done it before. Like I've done it several times before. It's not a hard thing.
It's not hard.
So I even had like the little nylon tape, all of the, I was prepared.
It's Teflon tape, Jess. Teflon tape.
That's what I meant. Is the right stuff.
Yes.
So I put the shower head on. I turn on the shower to test it. The thing wasn't tightened enough. Water sprayed out of the top, like
of course,
coated the entire bathroom. It's a small bathroom.
Oh.
So I turn it off. I dry off the bathroom. I take it apart. I put it back together. I make sure everything's tightened down. I turn it on. Nothing happens. No water comes out anywhere.
Really?
Wait, what? So I take it apart. Put it back together, turn it on, water comes out of the tub spout, no water comes out of the shower head. What?
So
I'm like, all right, I'm done with it for today. I take it off, I put the old shower head back on, I turn it on, no water comes out of the shower head.
What have you done?
I take the whole shower head off, I turn it on, no water comes out of the spout where the shower water is supposed to come out.
So you've moved something.
Fuck. What? How could I possibly? So I end up having to use the guest shower for a couple of days, and I get a plumber to come over. And thankfully, he is a friend's boyfriend. So, like, I trust him not to price gouge me or anything.
Right.
He comes over, he looks at it and goes, huh. And I tell him the whole situation.
That's not good.
And he says, I mean, it might just be coincidental. He takes off the diverter that, sends the water from the tub spout up to the shower head.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, the stem is brand new. That's not the problem. This washer is loose. He tightens up the washer. He puts it back together. Shower works.
So that's all it was.
It was coincidental. I didn't break it. It had nothing to do with me. It just was the timing.
Well, so speaking of home repairs, my daughter calls me and says, Dad, did you break the three-pronged plug? You've got there's the little rounded half one.
Yeah, the ground part.
By itself, the ground one. Did you break a ground plug off in one of my outlets downstairs? I said, no. Well, why? Well, the outlet's not working, and it's a GFCI outlet because it's near the sink, so I have it so that just in case.
Yeah.
And it's near cooking. And
I happen to know now, having just bought this house, that's up to code. Continue.
Yeah, and those are good. So she said, well, it won't come off, and it's on, and I can't reset it, but there's a ground thing sticking out. She didn't call it that. I told her what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, if you got no electricity, none of those things are working, you can just pull it out. She was afraid to.
I would be too.
She pulled it out. I said, well, just grab you some electrical pliers. I've got electrical pliers. Grab you some pliers. I got protective handles on them. Just pull it out if you can see it. If it's sticking out. She goes, it's sticking out like a half inch or a quarter inch. Yeah. Pulls it out, so no good. So I go down and buy a GFCI and I replace it today and put the new shit in. And as it turns out, there was electricity. The electricity was hot. Just the GFCI had flicked off, so there was no going to it. Do you know how much a fucking GFCI costs? $28 for that outlet.
I can tell you that it cost me for the repairs when I bought the house, and I didn't really pay for them. Like the seller gave me the credit for it, but the charge to replace 3 GFCI outlets was $150.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well,
or replace 3 regular outlets with GFCI outlets because they were in.
I'm going to charge my daughter. Then I'm going to tell her. I'm going to have to charge you.
Yeah.
125. Well, no, I won't. It's 3. So the labor was he probably gets those at like $12 a pop.
Yeah.
It's a little less for you down in the South than it is in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to charge her $100.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to cost you $100 my electrical duties.
Sorry, Cheyenne. My bad. Shouldn't have told him.
It's expensive. The fucking shit is expensive. It's so expensive. It's just a plug, right? It's just an outlet. It's just an outlet.
Yeah.
It's so fucking well. And also, I bought it at the local hardware store. So we have a little bit. We have it's a local. It wasn't a Home Depot or a Lowe's or a big True Value anything. It's just the local hardware store.
Yeah.
Which I think is going to fold.
Well, probably because their prices are going to be higher than the big box.
Well, a Tractor Supply is moving into town.
Yeah, that's going to kill it.
Well, Tractor Supply won't have a lot of the stuff they have, but it is going to have a bunch of stuff. And so we have 2 stores here that could. The one that'll be more affected is the grain store, which is a local company, which people buy all their grain stuff. But I'm telling you what, I'm going to buy it from the Tractor Supply.
Yeah. Because
the grain at the grain store is 25 to 40% more than they sell it for a Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
And so, I got to eat too.
Yeah.
I can't just feed the horse and the chickens and stuff. I got to eat too. And this goes right back to these companies have to start figuring out how not to charge people so much and try to make all their nut. I mean, I do realize their cost for product is higher. More.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they can't buy in as big a quantity.
Right. Well, that's like here. The only thing that you can get for the same price at a Walmart or a local convenience store is beer, because the state of Maine controls the cost of beer. All beer is bought basically through the state, so everybody gets it at the same price.
No shit.
So that's the difference between buying. That's why you can go into buy a 6-pack of or 2-liter bottle of Coke at Walmart. It'll cost you less than a 16-ounce bottle of Coke at the local convenience store, because Coke can charge you whatever they want because you can't buy as much, right? Mm-hmm. I was going to call you a couple days ago. I did a couple of things. One I was very, very proud of. I have 2 appointments this week.
Okay.
I have a dental appointment tomorrow.
Okay.
And then I have an appointment to get my car inspected.
Okay.
Its registration. And I did a little thing in my phone so it can remind me.
What? I'm so proud.
Look at that. I figured it out, right?
Yeah.
I've got it working so that I told it, hey, make this appointment and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wow, that's all you have to do is just talk to it.
Yeah.
I still don't love it. I don't love it because the part of me says that this is just another way I'm going to make it easier for me to not be attentive to life in general. I can just go, hey, remind me to do this. And I can just go along and flit about myself.
I kind of thought that before I started using that stuff regularly too. But what I realized was that I'm going to forget shit.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
I obviously can't predict ahead of time which shit I'm going to forget and which shit I'm not going to forget. So everything is in my calendar. The time that we do this recording every week is in my calendar. Like everything. If I have to order the heartworm medication for the dogs, it's in my everything is in my calendar. I get notifications daily to remind me to do shit I'm supposed to do. Putting the trash out at the curb is in my calendar. Because I will forget what day it is.
I would forget too, but I will tell you, this is how bad I am at remembering that shit. Yesterday, my wife was going to her friend's house, a friend who's from Florida but comes back up here during the summers. And she told me that she was going to a friend's house a couple of days ago. And she told me a couple of days before that.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday morning when she was leaving at 8:00 to go into the office real quick and then go to her friend's house from there to do some shit. And she was also going to pick up my fishing stuff because I'm going to go fishing up north here in a couple of weeks. And at about 10:30, oh no, it was just about 11:45. I called her and said, "Hey, where are you?" And she said, "What do you mean, where am I?" "Yeah, where are you?" "I'm at Neen's." "What are you doing at Neen's?" "I told you I was going."
That didn't even remind you?
No, it didn't. So, but here's what I've come to understand about myself in those things. I can remember my wife's birthday, our anniversary, my children's birthdays.
Wait. Wasn't it your wife's birthday that you were off by a day this year?
Yeah. Okay. But I still knew when it was. Okay. It was because the calendar, I couldn't remember what day the calendar was, but I knew her birthday was. So if it's important to me, or I think it's important to somebody else,
yeah,
or will hurt, that shit I can remember. The rest of it, I don't give a shit about. I fucking just don't. I don't care. It's just shit in the day that makes me go, if I get to it, I get to it. Mm-hmm. If I remember it, I remember it. What was important to me in that case is my wife, where's Jody? Is she all right? She's usually home by now. Is everything okay? And then I worry myself because I can't fucking remember that 3 hours ago she told me she was going to her friend's house, and 2 days before that, and 2 days before that, and 2 days before that, she told me she's on vacation next week. Which is, and
you're going to be like, what are you doing at the house?
No. This is funny. This is how well she knows me, and this is how well we work together. So, because I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. Daphne, I normally bring to school in the morning. I bring her to school. It's in another town, and so I was talking to Jody. And I said, "Oh, listen, I have the dentist appointment. I'm going to have Cheyenne bring Daphne to school. I'm going to ask her because she doesn't work Monday, blah, blah, blah." And Jody says, "Oh, no, I can do it." I said, "How are you going to do it?" She goes, "Oh, I'm on vacation next week." I said, "What do you mean you're on vacation?" And then she just says to me, "Would it have mattered had I told you I was on vacation? You would not have remembered." Had I told you 20 minutes ago I was on vacation next week, you would not have remembered. And she's absolutely correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It would not. It would be fucking in one ear and out the other. And it's not because I don't listen, because I pick up on the important shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear it. I know what's going on. Some shit I just, I give it parental hearing.
Yeah.
And parental hearing is this. You nod your head a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right.
You didn't hear any mentions of murder or other injuries. So you're.
No, I hear no trigger words.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No trigger words are going on. Nothing happening. And so we should probably say right quick that Chris isn't here right now because he has some sort of bowling event. Is that right?
Yeah, he said he might be slightly late, and we have been recording now for 33 minutes. So slightly late may mean he doesn't show up at all. We're not sure.
That's too bad because
I have so much fun stuff. I wanted to
talk to him about this guy who I don't know if he saw it. Maybe you saw this. He was on the Today. They had him on the Today Show 6 months ago. This guy says he's only going to eat McDonald's for the next 6 months. I guess it was 100 days. 100 days.
Okay.
I'm going to only eat McDonald's for 100 days and see what it does to my body. So he did this because he said I got up to 200 and some pounds, and I thought it was too much, and I just wanted to lose some weight, and my triglycerides and all my numbers were out of whack, and I was pre-diabetic. So he ate the McDonald's for 100 days, and they had him back. He lost like 40 pounds or something. He lost a ridiculous amount of weight. I think he lost 25 pounds. All his numbers went down to the right places, to good spots, and he's no longer pre-diabetic. And all he ate was McDonald's, 3 meals a day.
So you're going to tell Chris that he just needs to eat at McDonald's more?
Well, no, here was the key. The key was he only ate half the meal. He'd order a meal, but he'd only eat half. He'd only eat half the French fries, half the Big Mac and only have water. So that was the key to it. But he had educated himself over the course of that time too, about calorie intake, and he just educated himself.
Yeah.
It's not about all these wackadoodle diets. And he had the same take on dieting as you have, that they're all fucking wackadoodle.
Mm-hmm. They all work if you can continue to eat that way.
If you continue to starve yourself. He said the best thing about the diet was that when it was time to eat, he was hungry. Yeah. He wasn't eating when he wasn't hungry. And he said he didn't snack in between at all. And water was his thing, was his like savior. Yeah. His fluid intake, his water intake. But he just it just reminded me how easy it is to educate yourself on shit, and also how easy it is to fall for people trying to make a buck off your insecurities.
Yep.
When I say your insecurities, I just mean the insecurities of man and woman.
Absolutely.
People's insecurities. I don't mean Jess, your insecurities specifically.
I did not take it that way because I no longer have that particular set of insecurities. So anything involved with diets can fuck all the way off.
Yeah, they are. I mean, dieting is okay, your own sort of way, in the own way you want to do it. If it's about eating, more healthy foods because you think they're healthy, but it's not about fucking grabbing somebody's book and doing their Hollywood whatever. Fuck them. Mm. If you want to eat a certain way and it makes you feel good, feel good.
That reminds me. I have to read this to you. I got an email. And this happens from time to time where a brand, generally brands that nobody's ever heard of, will find my email address on Instagram and send me an email saying, hey, we want to partner with you and have you endorse our product. And sometimes it's like athletic wear. And I'm like, have y'all looked at anything I've posted in the last 3 years? Because I don't see anything there that would make you think that I need to be endorsing athletic wear for you.
Right.
Here's the one I got today, or yesterday, I guess it was. And I'm not going to mention the brand because. Is
it a brand that we'd recognize?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Jess Wright. We're excited to invite you to participate in our prenatal daily packs campaign. Please note that this is an invitation to participate in a campaign for prenatal vitamins for expecting/birthing parents. We understand this is a personal topic and might not be the right fit for you right now.
Oh, please do it. Please do it.
You know what?
Oh, my Lord.
If I didn't actually take it seriously when I put my name on a product...
Oh, Lord. Hey, y'all.
I would consider it.
I'm 50 years old and I'm thinking I'm wanting to get knocked up. So I'm using Jimmy's prenatal vitamins. Because Jimmy's makes me feel fantastic and I feel like my milk jugs is filling up. I'm going to be able to raise a youngin' just good. Oh, man. Now, this is just based on Instagram?
I think that must be where they got my email
address.
These
are just trollers looking for people to endorse their product.
Yeah. I get stuff like this from time to time, and it's almost never something that really makes any sense for me. Once in a while,
you don't think getting pregnant at 50 makes sense for you?
I don't think there's a prenatal vitamin in existence that would make that a good idea to even try. But sometimes I'll get a message from one Instagram account. Like this came directly to my email because my email address is listed on my Instagram. But I'll get a direct message on Instagram that will be from one account and it'll say, "Hey, we have sweaters for dogs and we thought you would make you would want to partner with us and we'll give you free dog sweaters and just but then you have to, in order to participate, just reach out to this other Instagram account and send a DM and tell us you want to do it." And I'm like, no, that seems spammy. I'm gonna ignore that.
Seems spammy. It also seems pyramid-y.
Yeah.
Hey, we'd like you to be our new Mary Kay sweater dog girl.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't. Hey, Dad, I was thinking about this the other day. We were talking about your stalker or your creepy door guy.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about businesses that have gone out of business or that you don't really think about much anymore because of the creepy stalker syndrome. Like, remember when it used to be? See if you can finish this. Ding dong. Avon calling, right?
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore.
No, because people get pissed off if you show up at their house trying to sell them stuff.
But even in general, they don't do it. Even there used to be this whole sort of, so what used to be the gig economy. So now the gig economy
Avon is still a thing. They just have
they've
moved online. Right.
But it's not a my wife used to get all kinds of shit at work because it was part of the gig economy. The original gig economy was stuff like that.
Yeah.
Avon, Tupperware.
Yeah, they still have it. It's just that your independent Avon person now has all their shit online, and they do online parties and all of that.
Yeah, and it's a different gig, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And but I think I liked the old way better. Again,
I don't know.
I like the idea of people getting together and fucking in person.
Yeah, but if you invite me to your house and the whole reason that you've invited me to your house is to try to sell me some shit and I'm going to feel guilty if I don't buy something before I leave, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah. So I agree. But the last ones, if you think about all of these sort of businesses that don't, I guess they're still out there, but you don't hear about them. Scentsy.
Yeah, they're still out there.
Yeah, but I knew at least a dozen women who were doing Scentsy. Yeah. I know nobody now that does it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Scentsy, there was some sort of fucking jewelry, little. You get a bracelet, and then you'd put little additives to it.
Like the Pandora bracelets?
Yeah, they were like that, but they were different. They were a different group. Scentsy. The dildos and stuff.
I actually went to one of those parties a couple of years ago.
A dildo party?
Yeah.
Anything new in the dildo area? Is there anything new?
They don't need batteries anymore. They actually charge via USB now.
Yeah, I don't think I'm putting anything in any orifice that's plugged in.
Well, you don't use it while it's charging.
Well, they must be powerful then. But the pocketbooks or purses, I don't even know. Is it a pocket? Do people call it a pocketbook anymore? Is saying pocketbook like me saying cell phone?
Yes, Grandpa, it sure is.
Yeah. So purses.
Pocketbook.
People used to call them pocketbooks, right? I don't know why they call it a pocketbook. It doesn't make any sense why you would call a purse a pocketbook.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
When I think of a pocketbook, I think it's a book you put in your pocket. Like, when you're getting ready to kill somebody, you go get Catcher in the Rye and put it in your pocket, and then you go on a murdering spree. That's a pocketbook. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, we can all agree and figure out that one. But a pocketbook doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
This thing that holds all your shit. And women, by the way, carry a lot of shit in their purses.
I have a very large purse for that exact reason.
My wife has various purses depending on what we're doing and where we're going for what size purse she uses.
But you know what? If you need, I have smaller purses if I go to a concert or something.
You have a clutch? Do you carry a clutch?
I do have a clutch, but for the most part, I have a really big purse. But if you need something for a headache, if you need a hair tie, if you need a pen, chances are whatever you need is in my purse.
So I used to carry, and I still have, I do have a man purse.
A merce?
Of sorts. I have a merce. It's a LL Bean sort of bag, but that's what I carry, and I carry Neosporin, Band-Aids, quarters, because usually I would use those things when we take the kids when they're younger to go to the zoo or something. So it'd be a $10 roll of quarters in there because you got to buy the stuff to feed the deer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd have that in there, and then snot rags and
all of the things
fresh wipes and all that shit. My wife wouldn't carry any of that stuff. What?
Well, no, it was just, it was reminding me that I saw a story the other day about Swifties, people who are Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah.
And how it's been a really common thing. Her latest tour, the Eras tour, people are wearing adult diapers to the concert so that they don't have to miss a single second to go to the restroom.
No, they are not.
I did some digging on this. There are TikToks and Instagrams, and people are admitting it. They're showing here's my outfit, and there's the clothes, and then there's the box of Depends or whatever brand they use. There's pictures of the girls like holding up their skirt so that you can see that they've got a diaper on underneath their skirt. Yeah.
Guess you won't be picking up anybody at a fucking Taylor Swift concert.
No.
You pick her up, you're going to have to bring some wipes with you because you might have to clean the mess up. I'd love to take you home, darling. Let me just wipe you up a bit first since you pissed yourself. Can you imagine? You'd be at the Taylor Swift concert and there's going to be somebody in the front row center just sitting there grunting one out going,
what was the movie with Steve Martin?
Man.
Was it Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? Where Steve Martin is like,
I don't know.
He like pees him, but he makes the face and he goes,
I don't know, but that sounds right. These are adults that are doing this, right?
Yeah. I mean,
it's not 13-year-old girls.
Somethings. No, it's younger women, but not like children.
23, 24, 22.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
I don't.
Is your life so fucking horrible and pointless and empty that you need to wear an adult diaper to a fucking concert?
Right.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That you don't need because you are actually in need of an adult diaper. It's disgusting. It really is. And are they throwing out the rest of those, or are they donating them to a senior center? Like, what's happening with the rest of those?
How did that conversation go? Hello, Mrs. Senior Center Manager. Listen, I only need one adult diaper. I'm going to a Taylor Swift show. I bought a 30-pack. I'd love to give it. Do you have anybody who's a small? I have 29 smalls that I can bring you.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
No, God. And someone's pooping too, right?
I don't. That's not even what I wanted to think about in any way.
But you could eat some bad fish and still go. You could get a hold of some bad clams or oysters and still go to the Swiftie concert. You got your adult diaper on. You can,
Could you imagine the smell if you're surrounded by 22-year-old girls at a concert who are all wearing
the new smell
diapers?
Of the Taylor Swift concert. It smells like piss in here.
At an Eagles concert, it smells like weed. At a Taylor Swift concert, it smells like piss.
But can you imagine at the fucking people are leaving the show? People are coming in. They're showing the place up. Okay, so here's where the show will be. Well, it smells like piss in here. Oh, we had a Taylor Swift show 2 weeks ago. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? That's just if I was Taylor Swift, what am I doing? I'm endorsing some brand of adult diaper and putting my name on it.
Yep.
Swift right here.
Mm-hmm.
Something. She's got to do it.
Nifty Swifties.
She's got to do it. Huh?
Call them Nifty Swifties.
Yeah, Nifty Swifties. Yeah.
I got ideas. I don't know why anybody's not asking me for them.
She's got to do that. She's going to have to have an endorsement for something. So adult diapers are no longer for the fucking incontinent. Now, if you definitely want to just piss in your pants so you don't miss Taylor Swift's sneeze, here's the thing for you. Nifty Swifties.
Well,
fucking real.
I was hoping that Chris was going to join us before the end of this thing because I had a funny thing to share.
Oh, do you have something? Well, wait. Maybe he'll get. You want to give him a call and just see maybe he's ready. Maybe he forgot totally about it.
Shall we call him?
Yeah, let's give him a call. While you're saying that, I'm going to just bring up this little because I took some notes on my look. Can you see this?
No. Oh, look at all your notes.
I know.
I'm so proud of you using your phone.
I know. So what I was going to say is that it came to my attention. It came to everybody's attention that Target lost $13 billion of market capital because they were being sort of attacked for having, I don't know.
Pride merchandise.
Yeah, the rainbow merchandise for kids.
Which, by the way, the people who have a problem with that have been roasted all over social media, and it's phenomenal.
It's going to be like 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Talk to you in 5. So, but that, do you know, that's like 10% of the value of Target, $13 billion.
Yeah.
That's a huge chunk.
There have been some phenomenal videos of people walking through Target going, look at all of this boy stuff. I'm not a boy. Right. I don't have any boys. Target, why are you trying to push boy stuff on me? Like the whole, just people taking it completely. There was a woman who was walking through like the garden department going, I don't have a yard, Target. Why are you trying to indoctrinate me into yard workers? Like
it as funny that stuff is funny and amusing, and I get the point of it. But it's just fucking so insane.
It's incredibly insane.
That it doesn't matter what the fuck it is.
Mm-mm.
It just doesn't matter. So it takes away any power you have. The other thing is, I think it's important to mention that the LGBTQ community, it's not a large community.
No.
It's a small fucking part of this society.
Mm-hmm.
They're so small that they can't counteract any of this stuff. Right. No. It's not like they can say, hey, we're only going to support this. And the company's going to become, a fucking Fortune 500 company.
And that's exactly why I shared a picture on June 1st for the start of Pride of myself in a ally shirt.
Yeah.
Just to say, listen, you're not alone in this. I'm going to fight with you because that's fucking stupid.
It is fucking stupid. I think, however, like a lot of things, that when you push one agenda or another agenda, it doesn't matter what agenda it is. Mm-hmm. It doesn't fucking, someone's going to get pissed off about it. So if you're pushing the idea of, it's like if you're pushing the idea of being a vegan, the fucking people who like meat are all upset. The people who like meat, the vegans go after them. It's just whatever,
right,
whatever side there's something, somebody else is against it.
It's stupid because
it is.
There's no requirement saying that if you are a vegan and you only have vegan food in your house, that I am required to eat vegan. There's that has nothing to do with me. There's no requirement that if you want to marry a man, that I am required to also be gay. But it has nothing to do with me. Like, I don't understand why there are so many people who want to get so up in arms about things that affect them in zero ways.
Right. And so I am not I'm fucking so sort of floating on all of this shit. I just floating in space about all of it because listen, I'm not going to accept anything or deny anything. Fucking live your life.
Right.
Whether you're a fucking piece of shit pig, or you're, you just live your life. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be indoctrinated by any of it.
No.
I'm just going to be the pudgy, doughy Irish dude. What's that?
It's not a thing that needs indoctrination.
No.
To me, it's exactly the same as, and I know I brought this up, I don't know, it's probably been months ago at this point, when I was reading that book about the lunch counter protests and the freedom rides, and I was like, it's just absurd that people were so upset by people asking for the same rights that they had, that they would go take time out of their lives to go beat up and sometimes kill over it.
No, I know.
And we're doing it again. Like we've learned nothing. We've learned nothing.
And we're not going to learn anything if you go to certain school systems in this country.
Right.
You're going to make sure you don't learn anything. No, I don't want anybody's agenda pushed at me. Like I don't want I'm a hunting motherfucker drinking Coors Light agenda pushed at me.
But what do you mean pushed at you? Because when people are saying that the quote unquote gay agenda is being pushed on them, basically what they're saying is it exists in my eyesight and I don't like it. Yeah.
So none of that, none of it. I don't want any of it. I don't care about. I just don't care about any of it.
But I'm asking what you're saying about what do you mean when you say pushed on you? Because a hunter in existence and where you can see it.
Yeah, no, not in existence. Just to say, hey, this is the right way to do it. It's not.
No, live your life. Do your own thing.
Right. Do your own fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, though, it's like marketing Jesus, right? You know what I learned, by the way, that you remember that it was on the Super Bowl, I think, the marketing Jesus thing. I don't know this is exactly true, but it was they were marketing Jesus, God is love, whatever they were, Jesus is love or whatever. There was some Super Bowl commercials or something.
Oh, who cares? I also see commercials for pills that make your dick hard, and those also have nothing to do with me.
Right. But my point on that one was that I think it's Hobby Lobby that was behind that, but was secretly behind the money that paid for that.
Those fucks. Which
is right. With the secret money was coming from Hobby Lobby, pushing the agenda. Who are some of they are absolutely fucking horrendous about human rights in many ways.
Yeah.
But they're pushing the Jesus. They put
Oh hi. Just in time.
The Jesus perspective. All right, Jess has something funny.
Well. Yeah, so I was going to ask if you guys had heard any good conspiracy theories lately.
Hold on, before we talk about conspiracy theories, what the fuck happened to Wally's hair?
Yeah, right?
Well, he got excited about our new YouTube channel, so he shaved it all off.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be on TV, so I wanted to look presentable.
Well, that's why I shaved my bush. But
thank God, it was about time.
Yeah,
Conspiracy theories. I haven't heard any. What have you heard?
I haven't heard any either.
Well,
what do you got?
I have some audio that I would like to share. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear this. And apparently, let me preface this by saying I did some digging after I heard this, and apparently this one's been going around for at least a decade, and I just had never heard it before. Here we go.
We have an emergency. The Jesuits are about to launch a nuclear bomb that has semen in it that will infect everyone. We need our scientists all over the world to help us stop this bomb. And also, it's going to be like Jesuit bukkake in a nuclear bomb, and it's headed towards Canada, where Judge Terrence Jenkins is right now. Any scientists out there that can help us stop this bomb or come up with some sort of spermicide that will counter all the germs that are going to come out of this bomb.
What I'm wondering is this what the song "It's Raining Men" was about?
I don't know, but this is gonna. What is that? Where did that come from?
Is that a podcast?
It came from TikTok.
Yeah, no. Well, first of all, you can't believe anything on TikTok, and second of all, do you know how hard it's going to be to masturbate to the Watchtower tonight, Wally?
Well, yeah, because I'm wondering why I've been sending my sperm off to this special secret underground location, but I thought it was going to stay in the U.S. I don't want to go into Canada.
Well,
what the fuck?
That secret underground location is called a septic tank.
This has apparently been a thing that's been going around for at least 10 years.
Listen, now I got to tell you what, I have some sperm. No one's ever asked me to contribute to this sperm bomb.
Have you been, I don't think I want to know the answer to this, but have you been saving it?
Jess, the reason why my hair grows so fabulously gorgeous is I have a cup of that once a month. Yeah, no. Who the fuck saves sperm?
I don't know.
Well, somebody saves sperm. I mean, the sperm banks, but
They were referring to it on the internet as nukakke, the nuclear bukkake.
It's so awesome.
Nukakke.
This is how. Now we were talking about people being just fucking nut. This is fucking so awesome. These people are fucking nut jobs.
Chris, can we summarize what you've missed so far?
I wish you would.
Okay, so there's Wally and his printer not being able to use
Fucking
generic
HT.
ink anymore.
Okay, so did we have a load LP paper jam or some bullshit?
No. So I buy off-brand ink because fucking HP ink is so expensive.
Well, those fuckers, they code their ink now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I got the proprietary firmware update, which I didn't know I got because I was unaware that you could deny it. And you don't see it anyways. It does it while you're sleeping because my computer's set up to do everything while I'm not on my computer, update everything while I'm sleeping. So I went to fucking print some shit and it says, sorry, you can't print anything. I couldn't print fucking anything. Nothing. So now I'm paying $80 for the 3 cartridges I need when I was paying $25 because I went out yesterday and bought the HP bullshit. I'm going to figure out who I can switch to, and I'm going to switch to a Canon or something.
Smart man. All right. What else did I miss?
Swifties wearing adult diapers to the Eras tour.
Yeah, and I saw somebody having a picture of Depends up on Facebook. Next to a picture of Taylor. So yeah.
Yeah. So what Jess and I came up with is can you imagine what that fucking hall smells like 2 weeks after a Swift concert?
Oh, Christ almighty.
Jesus, it smells like piss in here. Oh yeah, Taylor Swift had a show here 2 weeks ago. And who's shitting? If you're gonna do it, go all the way, man.
Go all the way, man.
Take a dump. Take a dump in the front row.
It reminds you of the old joke of the blind man walking by the fish market and saying, "Hello, ladies."
Yeah, that is an old joke. I remember that. That's a joke that made me laugh in the 7th grade.
See?
Because it's a 7th grader's joke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. It is.
Gotta be more. What else did I miss?
What else did we talk about, Wally? Grocery stores.
Oh yeah, we talked about the grocery store again and just general poor.
Poor customer service.
Poor customer service. We talked about the big loss that Target has taken just recently
because of Pride
of selling rainbow clothes, trying to incorporate children into the LGBTQ. I don't know what it is. Society.
Somebody put the best one. There was 2 good ones that I saw on the facial page, and one of them said, "Where has the rainbow hurt you?" That's number 1.
Yeah.
And the second one was, "Hey, it's Pride Month. This is great. Can't wait to make you feel uncomfortable for 30 days.
That's actually what I said in my.
I think Jess posted that.
I stole it from a meme that I had seen on the first day of Pride, which was, "I'm wishing homophobes a very uncomfortable month."
There you go.
Yeah. And it's just it's all of it. So, and Jess and I basically came to the conclusion of, we don't fucking give a fuck what you are. Live your life.
Right. As long as it doesn't actually affect my life in any way, I don't care.
The only thing that I'm pissed about, the rainbow, and I do have a sort of a problem with the rainbow. I have fucking not ever found the pot of gold. Ever. And I've been looking for that pot of gold and the little fucking Irish dude.
Leprechaun.
Yeah, at the leprechaun at the rain, and I've never fucking found it ever.
Yeah, Wally wants to taste the rainbow. All right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with tasting the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow.
Oh man, can you imagine getting into some sort of family and it's a family of homophobes and you're not eating those Lucky Charms. That's a cocksucker cereal. You better stop that. Can you imagine?
Wasn't Taste the Rainbow from Skittles? Are we banning Skittles now?
Oh, we're banning Skittles. And you know what? We're also banning meteorology. Okay? Because that's where rainbows come from.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to ban the sky. Right. I'm protesting.
So the rainbow really comes from sunlight breaking down the light spectrum in water, right?
We're going to be banning everything.
We're banning everything.
I don't think people understand how fucking intelligent we are as people. What other podcasts are they telling you about the light spectrum being broken down by sunlight and water? Nowhere. You're not
Probably
getting
no
that
podcasts
anywhere.
at all. There's no science.
No.
There's no science
No,
podcasts.
You're not getting that shit.
Mm-mm.
Where are they talking about people shitting in their diapers at a Taylor Swift concert, fragmented light prisms,
And Wally figuring out how to use his phone to take notes and make appointments.
Yes, I made appointments on my phone, Chris. I use the calendar thing so it reminds me to do shit.
Oh God, the lies.
No, I even showed Jess.
He showed me the notes that he took.
Yeah.
You know
And I-
how far we've come. How far have we come from this guy yelling Gail? How far have we come together?
And I'm going to say this about Gail. I think for our show, depending on where we get to with this show, if we get anywhere, Gail will become an iconic phrase.
Probably.
Oh, I believe it's already hit that.
Mhm.
I think Gail is an
Already hit that.
iconic phrase.
There's at least 7 people who know that reference.
My wife says it. A couple of her office mates will occasionally say to me, if I'll come in the office and I'll say something to my wife that I don't understand, they'll say, "Why don't you ask Gail?" Yeah. It gets tossed at me every now and again.
Yeah.
Gail, where are you, Gail?
Yeah. So that's what we got to. And of course you had some bowling event, which we don't know anything about. So tell us about bowling.
It's really nothing to talk about. It's just we had an event there and I had to stay there for it. So
McDonald's. That's what I wanted to mention to Chris.
Oh yeah.
well, shit on a stick. All right.
So on the Today Show, about 105 days ago, some guy was on the Today Show saying he was going to only eat McDonald's for 100 days because he had gained weight and his numbers were out of whack and he was pre-diabetic. So they had him on Friday. I think it was Thursday or Friday. 100 days of only eating McDonald's for 100 days. That's all he ate. 3 meals a day. He lost weight, lost like 25 pounds. All his numbers his triglycerides, everything are all perfect. His blood pressure went down. He's no longer pre-diabetic. And I thought about you. Now, here's what he did. He did no exercise. So I'm figuring this might fit right into your lifestyle.
I can relate to this.
I'm thinking so. But here's where I think I'm going to lose you, and this guy would lose you. So he would order a number one, and I think traditionally on all McDonald's menus, the number one is the Big Mac meal, right?
I believe so.
So if he'd order the number one, he'd only eat half of it. He'd eat half the burger, half the fries, and have water. And so with every big meal, he said he ate every numbered meal on the menu.
See, now I would eat the entire entree. I would skip the fries because I don't like French fries.
So there's
what?
There's something.
What kind of commie bullshit is that?
Them fries are French, honey. And you remember when they went against us in the war?
Right.
You
want
want
to have the freedom fries.
I want the freedom fries. That's right.
Well, there are 2 things Chris said that really just are horrible. One, he doesn't like McDonald's French fries. That's terrible. And 2, he called a McDonald's meal an entree.
No, if you look at the menu
I'm not
board,
sure you can call it an entree.
It'll say entree only on that menu board. Or is that might be a Chick-fil-A? I don't know.
Those motherfuckers are stretching a long way the word entree.
McDonald's knows how to spell entree.
They should call it the entry into heart disease, not an entree. An entry, yes. An entree, no.
Oh, maybe that's what they meant.
My personal opinion. Don't sue us, please.
Now, I'm sad to say, because Chris just joined us, that I gotta go. I gotta leave. I gotta go.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I'm not.
No, because she got a phone call about 20 minutes ago, and she told them that she would have to talk to them in about 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got to freshen up a bit and take that phone call.
I'm not freshening up.
About that too. We talked about being stinky.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to talk about this again next week. Some of this shit.
I think Chris is just gonna have to listen to this episode to find out what all we talked about.
Yeah, I think
people.
yeah, but
What'd you say?
I said you fucking people. I'm sad.
Wait, you cut out.
Wally's so.
Wait, what happened? You just fell into a tin can.
Hang on.
You think being 45 minutes late, 50 minutes late,
there you are.
I'm sad that I didn't get to listen to a bunch of Wally's liberal bullshit this week. So that's
I didn't liberalize at all.
He'll give you double next week.
Oh shit.
I don't think I liberalized this.
Good.
Really, you guys, you think I'm liberal?
I don't know. Do you shave your bush, Wally?
No, I do not.
Well, that's a liberal right there. Okay, now we know.
No, I'm musky tusky. That's horrible.
That's a city in Michigan, isn't it?
We talked about Avon and shit, but do you remember this? I'm sorry, Jess, I know you got to go, but do you remember? Here's a bad product name. Do you remember the deodorant called Tussie?
Oh, I remember Tussie. My grandmother had Tussie.
Who didn't call that pussy? Who didn't? Everybody called it that. It was the first time I heard the word and didn't really know what it was referring to. And I was probably in the 6th grade when I learned what the word pussy meant in the bad world. Because the 8th graders on the bus would call it that. The advanced technology people.
Oh my God.
All right, you guys.
I'm out of here. Jess, take care of your and you missed about Jess's shower head adventure.
Well, as long as she's not pointing it at her tussie, that's fine.
I